Conversations with Marc and Devi, the mediums. Marc Stuart, the Scottish medium. Devi Wolf, the smallest medium. Conversations on topical subjects. On subjects other mediums would not dare talk about, but we do. The Marc Stuart Medium Network, demonstrating, discussing, and training in Scottish-style mediumship.
Hello there.
Hi, everybody.
It's
Happy
me and her
Wednesday.
again. It's me and her, or her and me.
Again.
My dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
And sorry for taking you by surprise, Devi, but I'd forgotten that the video was done for this one, not for the next lecture that we're doing for Patreon.
Oh, I see.
That was a video to introduce you to my favourite topic. Just a simple statement, and I am being humorous before you throw 1,000 things that we didn't invent at me, as Devi's going to do all night.
Right.
Scotland invented the modern world, or everything.
Did not.
Well, there's a funny little story about that, Devi. That we
Okay.
just repeat the conversation we had earlier. Devi sent me a message when she saw the video, said, "Marc, you didn't invent the telephone." And I said, yes, it was invented by somebody, Graham Bell, who was born in Edinburgh in 1847.
So who was already became an American citizen after he immigrated there to America.
Canadian, not American, Canadian.
Canadian, excuse me.
And he was still Scottish. I mean, in those days, probably about 30%.
So many people were Scottish in those days. It was like most of the population.
Yeah, just like modern days. I mean, the number of times I go over to America and I say I'm from Edinburgh. Oh, do you know my fifth removed cousin, Isabel from Aberdeen? No, there's about 6 million of us in Scotland. I don't know Isabel from Aberdeen. I don't even know any Isabel from Aberdeen. I've had that conversation so many times.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, let's get down to the news. Now, before I put the news heading up, let me show you another video. Please listen to the grand voice of the narrator of this video, because she's got a lot of important information to give you.
Medium. Rapid fire demonstration. Marc attempts to break his personal record of 55 readings in one go. Shared by Devi Wolf, the smallest medium. Marc delivers short, direct, evidential readings in rapid fire mode. The only limit to the number of readings is the number of you sitters. The Marc Stuart Medium Network, demonstrating, discussing, and training in Scottish-style mediumship. Book here and get a seat for this Zoom event, the 2nd of November, 2025.
So that is one of the Sunday events that we do free of charge every Sunday. We don't do that one every Sunday. We only do that one currently every 3 months, but we are going to increase it up to every month and a half. Basically, it's me doing a demonstration of the style of mediumship that we teach people in our circles, where I just go bang, 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 not shooting you, but rapid fire messages.
A message in about 3 minutes, and then he moves on to the next message in 3 minutes and keeps going. That's rapid fire.
And I just keep going non-stop. If I'm doing it live on stage, I choose a row and I work my way along the row. When I do it on Zoom, obviously, it's a little bit more random, so you're not 100% sure who I'm going to next because you can't see my screen. Last time we did it 2.5 months ago, how many did we get up to, Red Debbie?
There were 34, I think, people. How many people? Yeah, it wasn't that many because there weren't that many people there.
I thought it was more than 34, but yeah, it was somewhere between 30 and 40.
Somewhere in 34, 30, 36 maybe. I don't remember exactly.
Anyway, the limiting factor is the number of people that come. So we're actually going to start advertising on internet because I want to try and set a world. Eventually, I want to be recognised for setting a world record, although I've already tried before, and Guinness won't recognise mediumship to do records. So to the Guinness Book of Records. But it's a way of demonstrating how to do messages. It's a way we teach how to do messages. It's a way of delivering on a church platform so that everybody in the church gets a message, or in a stage, depending on how many tickets you've sold, a big number of people get messages.
This is something, yes, that he teaches us, but none of us can do as many as he can.
None of you yet, but you're trying.
None of you yet. Yes, there we go. Yet.
So anyway, my personal record on stage is doing 55 readings. I want to beat that record, and I can't do it until I get more people. I mean, I think everybody last time got between 3 and 4 readings each.
Yeah.
So I would like not to have to keep going around a small number of people. So please, if you see this, I'll put the link up for where you can register for it. That'll get you an email sending you the Zoom link and all the rest of it. And failing that, basically let us know that you want to come. There's our friend Patrick.
Hello, Patrick. Good to see you here.
No, we're on the no, Patrick. We're talking about real Scottish people. Anyway, other bits of news. Okay, our Patreon site is up and running. Still doing a lot of work on it. We're still transferring a lot of older content onto it. But every Wednesday we are filming a lecture. We've got 2 done, so there's 2 up. And Devi and I will be doing another one after we've finished talking to everybody. So there'll be a 3rd lecture going up. So essentially, Wednesday is now on the Mark Stuart Medium discussion and lectures. We are planning on making the lectures live, so there'll be webinars. But we've got a little bit more work software-wise to do, so we're happy that we can do it on Patreon. So you can watch this on Patreon, and if you do watch this on Patreon, you can then access all the other bits and pieces. There's different levels of membership, so some bits are restricted to the higher levels of membership. But that is the future. As far as we're concerned, we're going Patreon. Whatever Patreon stands for, I've got no idea. Other bit of news, I have not taken any more bookings for the Welsh tour. I'm now booked for 5 churches, literally night after night. I think I've got 1 night off in the middle of the week on Wednesday. So we'll be driving, my wife and I will be driving down on the Friday, have the weekend sightseeing, 2 church events, Wednesday off to recover, 3 church events, might take another day sightseeing, and then driving back up to Scotland. And it's at the wrong end of Wales. It's very inconvenient for them to put all these churches in South Wales, not North Wales, because that adds another hour and a half to the journey, but I'm not complaining.
What is it, a 3-hour drive or something?
7 hours.
7 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm taking my wife, so that she can drive for me.
Oh, I see.
Other bit of news, we're coming to the end of our 3 months about Scotland, so you'll be delighted to know that I'll be stopped talking about all things Scottish.
At least I will be delighted to know, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to drive Devi up the wall next.
It's going to be really bad. We're talking about AI next, and I have major reservations.
Well, I haven't quite designed a chatbot to give readings yet, but I'm working on it. I am working on it, I promise you.
Right. Mediumship will never be taken over by AI.
I agree. Never. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
But the point is that this is the serious point. Things are moving so fast in the world of AI that it's impossible to keep up. I blinked and ChatGPT did 4 major upgrades on Monday, 2 of which have blown my mind apart. I'm not going to talk about it because we've got 3 months coming up about it, but a whole bunch of software programs that I work with are now incorporated inside ChatGPT. So I can now type in commands to ChatGPT, go and use Canva and design XYZ, and it will go away and do the work. Whereas before, I had to log on to Canva and do the work myself. That's just one example. So people are going to get hyper efficient. Jobs are either, I think in about 3 months, in about 3 years' time, 70 to 80% of all current employment will be gone. Either redundancies or companies will just stop employing people.
Mostly white collar jobs.
Yeah, but there's robots being developed in Japan. I mean, did you see the Robot Olympics?
Yes, absolutely. No, but mostly the white collar jobs are going to go to AI.
Yeah, but so are the manual jobs.
First.
Yeah. We're talking maybe 5 to 10 years before the manual jobs go.
Right.
But things are moving so fast, you blink and you miss it and your future's gone. I mean, I'm serious, things are moving that fast. Anyway, to get to the point, the joking bit that Devi and I did about me saying I'm going to write a chatbot to do mediumship, no, forget it. I was going to say words I don't want to say on live, but that will never happen. Simple AI does not have a soul. So it's the one job, it's the absolute one job you cannot under any circumstances replace a human being with: mediumship. So if you're out there, and if I haven't
there
put
are
the fear
several jobs. He says there's just one, but there's lots of jobs that you cannot replace.
Yes, there's lots, but there's lots of people that are going to be looking for jobs. So if you're watching this,
go into nursing,
go into mediumship. It's a growing industry. We can train you how to be a good medium. Anyway.
Yes, you can go into mediumship too.
Enough about that.
You could be a nurse who's a medium.
Yeah, actually, I know several medium healers. Mm-hmm. Okay, folks. So what are we talking about? Scotland invented the modern world. It did not invent everything in the world. I'll accept Debbie's hitting me on the head when I say that. But I'm just going to read out, Debbie, feel free to interrupt me. I'm just going to read out a small list of some of the things that a Scottish man invented. Logarithms, popularizing the decimal point. Steam engine, separate condenser, gas lighting, macadam road building, waterproof raincoat paint. No, sorry, that's the waterproof raincoat. Sorry, not paint. Kaleidoscope, first practical refrigerator demo, vacuum, television, radar, MRI, Pacific oil industry, flush toilets, hypodermic syringe, penicillin, antiseptic surgery, absolute temperature scale, modern geology, something called electromagnetism and first color photograph, cloud chamber, beta blockers, Dolly the sheep, the first cloned animal. That was a more modern one. Telephone, statistical graphics, standard time zones, the ATM cash machine. In fact, we invented just about everything in a modern bank, including checks and cash itself. World's first overdraft. Well, there you are. You see what I mean?
Right.
Adhesive postage stamp.
I am right now looking up a list of American inventions. Just
Chloroform. Pneumatic tire, road tar macadam, Bank of England. Literally, a Scotsman invented the Bank of England. Modern political economy, Adam Smith, the greatest economist ever born, if not the first modern economist. Golf, curling.
Who are you talking about? I'm sorry. Who was the first modern economist?
Adam Smith.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember learning about him.
Yeah.
Econ was a long time ago.
Yeah, but he invented economics, literally.
No, economics existed before he invented it. He just codified it.
Yeah, he still invented the theory of what we call modern
economics. Theory. There we go. One of the theories of economics. There we go.
Modern passing game of football. We founded Hong Kong. Father of the US.
Yeah, you colonized a lot of places too.
Yeah. US Coast Guard, as well as the US Navy. Look at her face. Just look at her face.
Colonizer. You're a colonizer.
National Parks of America.
Okay. Right, what you're not talking about, though, is like really important things like perhaps the light bulb, like perhaps the telegraph before the telephone, like perhaps airplanes, email.
Yeah, but emails are on the internet, and the internet was
the assembly line
by the British.
The electric fan. Oh, I'm just looking at this. The safety pin. Now that's important.
Well, right. Devi, we're not talking about Americans. We're talking about the Scottish people.
Okay, but you stop saying all.
Okay, I'll stop saying all. I'll just simply say we invented the modern world. There isn't any aspect in the modern world that we didn't play a part in.
Pieces of the modern world.
The Industrial Revolution started with the steam machine. So the whole Industrial Revolution started
It's
in
your
Scotland.
fault. It's all your fault. The destruction of the earth is all your fault.
And yet we've got the most natural, beautiful place on the planet.
Not the most, I would say, but one of the most.
I would say the most.
No, New Zealand tops y'all.
New Zealand was founded by you-know-who.
Of course, it was colonized. Excuse me, it was not founded. There were natives there. It was colonized by Great Britain.
Natives there. They're still there.
Yes, they are. And finally getting their rights back.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that we colonized, founded,
colonized. It depends on where you're coming from, which word you use. Yeah.
Well, so that was my first assertion. My second assertion, or my second statement, is a question. Why did such a small country with such a small population, and even if we didn't invent the entire modern world, we impacted it? I mean, there wouldn't be a world like what we've got today without the Scottish people doing what we did in history. How did such a small population have such a big impact? I mean, okay, America did a lot as well, but America's got a population of 350 million. Scotland's got a population of 5 million. There's no comparison.
Well, we didn't used to have a population of 350 million. That's modern.
However,
I think it could have something to do with the Scottish educational system.
There was no Scottish educational system back when these guys were.
Well, exactly. No, there was some that you could go to.
There was some, but not a lot. Yeah. I mean, nothing like what we've got today. But yeah, I would accept that the way we teach people in Scotland is very unique.
Yes,
it's very much teaches you how to think outside of the box. Instead of, like, my wife is Chinese, and she is flabbergasted when she sees our pupils. Well, she's not a teacher, but when she sees friends that have got children, the way they're taught to think, when she compares it to how she was taught in school, which is, it's just a series of lines that you have to learn and memorize. But I put it down to a very simple, basic fact. The Scottish people are the chosen people by spirit.
There he goes again with the ego thing. Here he goes. Yeah, the chosen people. Yeah, right.
I'm not saying me. I'm saying the Scottish people.
Boy.
Now, based on a very, very simple fact. There's no way you can deny this, Debbie. The Scottish spiritualist movement is the largest, strongest in the world. Full stop.
Yes. Okay, I'm not denying that. No.
Yeah, I mean, just one simple statistic that I've been throwing around for 3 months.
I'm not sure how that makes you the chosen people.
Oh, okay, a bit of sarcasm involved in that statement. But I fundamentally. We just talked about the way we're taught in education about our thinking process. We were just talking about why we had such an impact because our thinking process.
Right.
Spiritualism is all about mental mediumship, which is all about your thinking process. Why did we get like that? It's cultural. I mean, you know my theory of this. It goes back to the spiritual beliefs of the Celtic people. Celtics were by the Romans in England. And we've got probably about 4 or 5 times the number of per capita spiritualist churches in Scotland as compared to England, our nearest neighbour. And again, they're huge. Spiritualism down there should dwarf spiritualism up here. And yet, probably by counting, there's probably more churches in Scotland than there are in England. And I'm not joking there. I mean,
I'm probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for example, I'm going down to Wales to work in churches. Now, I can't remember the number, but there's something like about 12 or 13. And I'm working in 5 of them in 1 week. So I'll be coming back up to Scotland and not saying I've worked in 25% of the countries in the world that have got spiritualist churches. I'll be coming up and saying I've worked in 40% of the spiritualist churches in Wales.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm being sarcastically funny there. But whether we're the chosen people, whether it's just a statistic of history, Scotland has less than 31,000 people per spiritualist church. No country in the world comes anywhere near that. America, which is the big superpower, has one church for every 3.25 million people. And modern spiritualism started in America.
Yeah.
So, and
but
it was
we didn't
huge.
make it into a religion. So while they did. So that's
No,
why.
you did. No, you did. Not to the same extent that we did. I'll grant you
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Not to the same extent, but we didn't start it off as a religion. We started it off the same way. It became a religion. It evolved into a religion. But if you go to some of the early settlements like Lilydale, they've got 6 churches, and I mean, I've had to sit through history lessons in Lilydale from people that live there, that are the real traditional Lilydalers, and they trace their history back to one man who was doing religious move. He was a religious spiritualist. He was holding services.
Okay.
So, you know, it made.
So there was some, but
Yeah.
not to the extent that there was in Scotland, because probably of all the skepticism in the US. Thanks, Kimberly.
What, so Kimberly, you're going to have to tell us, what are you saying nice, Devi, too, so I can hit her on the head again. Right. So back to my train of thought. We are the sarcastic chosen people. And I don't mean we're going to walk across water. I don't mean anything like that. I just mean spiritualism here is the strongest anywhere in the world. I mean, we're running a company teaching Scottish style mediumship. That lady sitting next to me is desperate to come to Scotland next year. So we've got something going for us. Does that explain why we had such a big impact in the modern world? Or is it both side effects of some other variable? I don't know. I believe the two are linked. I believe that it's cause and effect. I mean, for example, take the man that invented the television, John Logie Baird.
Right.
There was a book. I've got not his autobiography, but the biography that was written about him. And the man that wrote about it states quite clearly that, I have to caveat this because at no point did John Logie Baird say this, or is he recorded as saying this in writing anywhere. But according to the man that wrote his biography, John Logie Baird believed that a scientist in spirit was guiding him to make his inventions. Now, the same man invented radar that invented television, although most people don't realize that. So there's a brilliant Scottish mind, two great investments, two great inventions. Now, television, probably, if you had to say of anything that shaped the modern world, anything that shaped America, for example, it's television.
Yeah.
Okay, television is declining and it's being replaced by umpteen other things like what we're doing just now in streaming. But back in the day, for nigh on 75 years, television was what drove social everything. News, sport, you name it. Politics. And that was invented by a Scotsman. So I go back to my statement. The modern world was created by Scotland.
But he wouldn't have been able to invent the television had Thomas Edison not invented the light bulb first.
That's like saying we couldn't have invented the steam engine because we didn't invent running water. But yeah, things.
Well, it wasn't that much beforehand. Running water is much older. It's a couple thousand years old.
No, I mean like water wheels, things like that. Pipes, pipe work to deliver water.
Oh, okay. Well, running water has been a thing since the time of the Romans, so.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So.
And they piped it inside.
Well, let's not get down to blaming the Romans for the modern industrial world, but.
Well.
So I think we're getting close to the half hour. I mean, today there really wasn't much to talk about except for Devi and I to shout at each other, because this is a running joke that she and I have over just about every video. Scotland is the chosen country. Scottish people are the chosen spiritual people. And I prove that, or I back that up by pointing out many things we invented and the impact we had on the modern world. And in the coming chaotic chaos, it's Scottish spiritualism that's going to save you, Devi.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. Whatever
Okay,
he
good.
says, right? Yeah, okay. Just
Yeah.
sometimes I just nod and smile.
Okay, so I mentioned Patreon. So that's where to find us. www.patreon.com, and I always misspell it, patreon/CW/Marc Stuart Medium. All our live events are now going there, subject to checking tonight to see what it looks like. All our recorded events, like the lecture that we're doing later, the only place you're going to find it is there.
Right.
Now, in terms of what we're doing, the best way to find out about that is to register for the newsletter. Now, if you register for any of our individual events, you will automatically go on the newsletter list. But if you're not coming to an event and you just want to get up to date, like, for example, we'll be publishing a list in the very near future of all the events for the next 3 months on AI. That's where to find out, because we'll mail you from there. We have an open circle workshop, or we had one last week. It's Cards with Marc this week. So, or was it Cards?
No, it was Cards with Marc last week.
It was Cards with Marc. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up.
There is an open circle this Sunday, yes.
Yeah, it's an open circle this Sunday. So if you want to come, that's the link.
Unfortunately, I won't be there because I have to head out of town for a funeral, but you might get along without me. You just might get along without me.
I can shout at everybody and she won't be there to calm me down. Nah, DD will be there. That's her counterweight.
Right.
You can find us on YouTube, and we will continue streaming to YouTube. We are streaming to Facebook. The videos being deleted in 30 days, we're actually going to post from Patreon to Facebook, so that means it won't be deleted. So that there is actually logic behind why we're going to Patreon this way, because at the moment, every time we stream to Facebook, Facebook comes along every 30 days and deletes it. So people go into Facebook, who are they? And there's nothing here. So you go to YouTube or you go to Patreon, but we are going to start posting the videos, that the events, so you won't be able to look at them live. There maybe be one because it shows up as an event, but the actual event will be recorded and then posted. The best way to be kept up to date, however, is to join our Telegram group. So if you've got Telegram, you don't need this bit. Just search for Marc_Stuart_medium_training, or alternatively, if you're doing it on a computer, copy and paste that link or type that link out and come and join us. Every event, we shout at you, we're going live in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
No, I didn't do it tonight, but I should do.
You should have.
Yeah.
You did send a reminder about an hour and a half ago. So yeah.
Yeah, I did it an hour and a half ago. If you want to just log on to events, you won't find out when the events are without logging onto each one individually. But we do 4 styles of events. We do these ones. You can't log onto these ones from there, so I maybe shouldn't have included that. But all Sunday events, you'll find links on that page there, calendly.com/Marc Stuart Medium. So Cards with Marc, you can only log in to the Cumming one on Cards because the link changes every week. Sorry. We are looking at getting that link stabilized, but that's another one of the long list of things I need time to look at. Open circles, you'll find them there, and the rapid fire. And the rapid fire at the minute is just once every 3 months, but after this one, as long as we get enough people to come along and I can keep getting more readings for each one, we will continue to do it on a more regular basis. I'm not going to do it more than once a month because it really is exhausting. You can't stand and do 40 readings and then get up the next day and go to work.
Yeah.
So I think that's about it. Anything else, Debbie?
I can't think of anything. I think we've covered it for the day.
Yeah. Just remember, people, the important 3 bits. Marc Stuart Medium. I am the Scottish medium. Scottish people are the spiritual leaders of the world, and Scottish people invented the modern world.
And he's full of it. He's absolutely full of it.
Yeah. Just keep focusing on those 3 basic facts and you can't go anywhere wrong. And also remember, if you come to any of the events, you have to put up with our wit. And we bite each other's heads off more in private than we do in a public space.
Absolutely.
You have to get used to the humor, or bye-bye. Right,
Wow.
folks. Oh, hang on. We've got another comment.
Oh, it was just some love and thanks.
And he
Thanks,
did it.
Kimberly.
Yeah, thank you, Kimberly. It was a pleasure. So, good night, everybody. Keep watching because there's a closing video and it's got some of the links that we were talking about. So if you missed writing it down, this is your opportunity in 15 seconds to try and get the link again. Good night.